Ace Horns.
It's in the microtransactions.
That's funny that Husky talking about Helldiver remind you about Great Friday.
Yeah, well, you mentioned Helldive was in the chat. That's what kind of pinged my mind. I was like, oh shoot, is it Friday today? Like, yes, it is.
Well, good thing I brought it up, if anything.
It is time for a new mouse.
A new mouse?
Yeah.
I don't even think they sell my mouse anymore, so I can't really get any information on mine.
Yeah, I don't think they sell one of mine either.
Tragic.
All right. Does anyone have a game started on D2, or should I start?
Not
it?
yet.
I'll start it.
I'm shifting some things around, so not currently.
Probably deal with that ghost.
Oh.
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 Oh!
Oh.
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 Whoa!
Oh.
Oh. Alright. Game is hot. It's Great Fridays plural because I forgot to set a password on Great Friday singular. But then if you just right click me on the friends list, it shouldn't matter. All right, game's hot. Oh.
No, it is cold, sir. Or is it hot? Can't tell. It might be boiling.
Does it
for all I
have
know.
a temperature?
I mean, I think everything is at some sort of temperature state.
I mean, what are we talking about? Revenge? Because that's best cold.
Dude.
Whoa. You do that into the mic?
Okay.
All right. Are we?
Let's see.
All right. Are we all here? Waiting for you, Ethan.
I'm playing my neck too.
Good afternoon.
Hopefully we have a solution to our mana issues.
Welcome you to Hrogarth, the last
Soon.
stronghold of order on Mount Arreat.
Someday,
You have come
when
to
we're
the right
rich.
place if you intend to
True.
defeat Bale, the Lord of Destruction. Bale has laid
Wait, we're
waste
supposed to
our
have a
mountain
solution
and
to
its
mana
denizens.
issues?
His minions continue to attack our town.
So, just so I hear.
And his men.
Well, solution in town.
I'd
is
hope
just
so.
Talk to the lady. After that, I can't help you.
Need to get to level 29 for some of this stuff.
Hey, who do we talk to start the quest? Oh, you, Qual. Guy, this guy looks like The Witcher. Like, I feel like The Witcher was modeled after this guy.
I don't know. The Witcher is pretty old. It's probably, I'd guess around the same age. I don't know how long the books have been a thing, though.
I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, now I'm
Yeah.
curious. The Witcher book really states. 1986. So actually, The Witcher came out first.
Yeah, I can put away all those strength charms because I needed them to put on my gear, but I'm good now.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have remember you asking for if we had socketed stuff.
Yes, I am looking for a wand with 2 sockets.
Oh, you don't have to
And-
worry about that. I got you.
Well-
I got all of your gear. Trust me.
Wait, you got the white, you got the +3 white wand figured out? Huh.
I got everything you're gonna need for the moment. Alright, I'm gonna come down this way to the left and drop it.
3 socket spear, 3 socket
So-
sword. Don't have a 4 socket bow. So no.
Thank you.
Mana aura.
You,
You will be stacked. You will be the most efficient. Not everything you're gonna be able to use right now, but you will destroy everything.
don't have the lower requirements for any of these.
Eat some bread while I drink some
But
bread.
wow,
No.
thank you.
I
Nope,
like bread.
it's okay. Yeah, that's because I'm level 26, and the next one, well, the first one's come online at level 27, and I'm like 4/5 of the way there.
Yeah, once I hit level 27, yeah, things are gonna.
Guys, I'm just going to
Pick
leave
up
those in my
quite a
inventory. I think I'm going to meet that requirement while we're still on the road, because it's not far to go. Maybe I'll stick with
Yeah.
it for now.
I'm
Speaking
at
of
26
auras-
and a half.
Corey, are you able to get the meditation aura? Or is that like level 30 thing?
Yeah, but it's not for my build.
Once I hit level 29, I'll be able to use about half the stuff that I don't want to use for this.
I have no idea what I'm supposed to be using. I'm just running around throwing fire traps. Or flamen
Hey.
wolfers.
Jason, can you just turn that down just a nit? Thank you.
Oh yeah, what's the earliest level of Rune Word that provides meditation or whatever it is that gives mana? Nightmare? Right?
Early level that supplies what?
The meditation aura on the spear.
I believe that you're able to get that as soon as you get. Oh, on the spear mercenary, I believe that.
Yeah.
That's just something that.
Yeah, I know it's
That's
a
just
Rune
once
Word
we
you
get
can do.
there. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, in that case, I don't know.
Or Natichism. Let's see. Insight. must be inside.
Afternoon.
This is like the first time I've actually had to actively repair. I feel like when I first played this game, you know, ages ago with the fam, I was always repairing, but then I was always dying.
Yeah, it does the bad things to equipment. Speaking of which, should check on my gear because that did get chewed up a little bit. Yeah.
I'm
Not
lucky
much
some of my
repair.
gear has auto repair.
Yeah, well, I just had to pay a whopping 2,000 gold. Whoop-de-doop.
Right.
Well, well.
Oh, you're the gambler. I see.
Oh, who figured out the quest?
Alright, I'm just going to stand by, by the gate for whenever we're ready. In the meantime, I'm going to be trying to finish that that Elder Games boss fight so that I can actually close it out.
Can you not close out
Am I-
mid-fight?
I would lose my progress,
Oh,
which
And it's a lawn fight.
it's just turn-based, right?
yeah.
Surprised they don't
So you-
have pause and save mid-fight. Or like some sort of pause mechanic, you know, save and come back later.
Between fights.
I mean, like if the fight is taking that long where you can't close it.
I'm pretty sure it's like near the penultimate or the finale. From what it
It's-
sounds like.
It's part of the final sequence. I can't say if it's the final boss or not because this game has already faked me out once in that regard.
Gale, I'm coming for you.
All right, I'm stepping into the area. I'm fighting. I can't.
You can't take it anymore.
I just couldn't wait. The barbarians needed me.
Gilliman, attend me. Oh, I can't make Gillimans out of the barbarians. I had to fit my Skeleman cap.
You doing a skelly build with your corpse explosion?
I mean, that's kind of been the plan from the start. Once I have my corpse explosion filled out, I start getting my skeletons. It's just normally I would kind of advance the skeletons first because I would need some way to kill things, but I have friends for that.
I feel like we were waiting for someone, so I grabbed water and no one said anything about them being back.
Well, I did say that I was stepping out.
You did, but whoever else was, we were waiting for. I don't think that. Who were we waiting for again?
I don't know.
That was me,
Oh,
but I was doing my my least specs, but it's no big deal.
I didn't even know you were respecking. I
Yeah,
said
I
it.
think I had myself muted the entire time, so I said it, but nobody
thought
heard
I'd do
me.
it.
Yes, I said it out loud, and I was waiting for like someone to say, "Hey, wait," and no one said it. So I was like, "All right, I'll just keep on slowly stepping ever closer."
Yeah, I was like, well, I'm doing my least specs right now, but you know, don't wait for me.
A
That was no big
time
deal.
Yeah, I was
has
Grey Water, and
come.
I can't be unmuted while I'm doing it.
I have a new hat and a new amulet.
Nice.
They are very snazzy. Thank you.
Are you just the prettiest girl at the ball?
No, actually, the hat is hideous.
It is absolutely atrocious, but it does wonders.
It has numbers, and so all is forgiven.
It doesn't look like much, but the numbers don't lie.
It has exactly one number that matters, and that is skill increases.
Ah.
Exactly.
And some mana after each kill. I mean, I'm not gonna sneer at that.
It is useful, yes.
Oh no, enemies that scatter to the 9 winds! They don't die in the same place! What am I supposed to do?
Gosh, what are we doing? We're just going after Bale, right? And just going through his mini leaders until we pretty much get to him. Is that what's happening in the story?
Pretty much.
Oh, we gotta rescue some of the barbarians first, and then once we do that, then pretty much, yeah, we'll go and.
But at the end of the day, it basically turns down to you fight your way through the entire army. You'll find your quests along the way, so don't sweat it too much.
Exactly. The one thing that's annoying is trying to find that second set of barbarians that are trapped sometimes.
But we've got a pretty big group. I don't think we're going to miss them.
Or we'll miss them extremely.
I would love it if we all just run past them and they're saying, "Hey, we're right here." And we're like, "Good."
Well, I mean, on my sorceress on my single player game, I've literally done this so many times where I've gone through this that I literally will teleport across the entire level, and I'm like, where is this? And I have to teleport back across and back across and back across like so many times till I finally find it. I'm like, I've been through this area 5 times. How did I miss it?
There we go.
It brings me back to like old school PlayStation, Super Nintendo adventure games where like there's this one thing that is like in 16-bit, this one bit you have to press to
Yeah.
continue forward.
Ah yes. You must press the dot on the wall.
But they're all dots.
Or you have to crouch at a thing for a couple seconds without
You
knowing
can't
it.
get your flask.
How many?
Yeah,
Oh,
now
you
with
know what?
with
I might
those
know why it's like
insane
that.
nonsense solutions
go outside.
exist but are optional, they're wonderful. Like how in Metal Gear Solid it's possible to defeat one of the bosses by just letting the game run for I think 20 hours. At
Oh,
which
really?
point at which point Silence dies from old age.
Metal Gear Solid has that feature.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, I remembered people talking about it. Like you'd either like just leave it for a couple days, like not continue playing it, but like you would drop it for like a week or something, trying to do something else. And meanwhile, and you'd come back and he'd be dead from old age.
Because he's a very, very old sniper. So you can choose to just not fight him and instead just let let him finish dying.
Although I think Metal Gear's the Metal Gear Solid series was pretty well on the gimmicky boss fights, because I think there was one where you had to literally just swap
Flo-
your controller from one
Yes,
port into another.
he was a psychic who could read your movements, but you could confound him by switching your controller.
That is hilarious. Wow. This is the first I've heard this, and this is like Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. I played it on the PlayStation, but that was before.
it might have been Metal Gear Solid 2.
All right, yeah. So I played the first one. Oh. I think Ethan died. I'll pop a portal near your.
Oh, do
I am
believe you did.
poisoned, and this poison is lasting a long time.
Yeah.
There we go.
Fighting the overseer dude up here.
All right.
Alright.
Oh, Ethan needs to get his loot. Get his body back. Go, if you hit my portal, Ethan.
Okay, hold on.
Fire!
Haragoth is free.
Potions! The true loot.
Surely.
My, what a messy little demon. I'm going to do a town run. My inventory is filled up with potions and stuff.
Yeah, I was about to do the same, so.
Look at us in sync.
You know what? I'm gonna go to town also because I need to buy more mana potions.
I mean,
Full on
that
them.
too,
I need to buy
yes.
them.
Good evening.
Oh no, I'm full on just spare red potions.
Ah,
Also got a good number of gems.
What are you playing, Jason?
Wonderful. A Demon Hide Sash to allow me to actually have a full belt without needing muscles.
Really missed it.
is this the? Yes.
Yeah,
The potion seller.
3% mana per hit. Yeah.
I think that's
is that-
attacks. It's you want
Oh.
on kills if it's gonna be spell related.
Well, that's a shame. Alright, well in that case, does anybody want a ring of 3% mana steel?
No, it has to be on kill for me too, since it's ability based.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna leave that on the floor for now. If it's gone, it's gone. If it's still there, I'm going to sell it next time I come to town. Oh. Well, I'm definitely not switching back because I'd like this amulet of necromancer skill levels, but my old amulet was 23% magic find. Seems like something that someone might want.
So amulet at 23 magic, fine. I'll
Yes.
take it. Mine was
All right.
19.
Buy the stash.
Here's this. Or this.
It keeps dropping it. That's the problem.
You're an even.
Oh, so now he adds a socket to an item.
Evening.
Yep. That will eventually be very important for me when it comes time to try to upgrade to a perfect white wand.
Hmm.
Oh, speaking of, I do have a 3-socket.
Cause
I don't care.
Yes,
since
yeah,
it's
why-
Still normal.
white is very good. The only way I can get better is if I manage to get a wand of +3 corpse explosion and 2 sockets, because then I could make it white, but also +3 corpse explosion.
Cody, do you have a soul rune? Raw, tier, tall, and then soul.
A soul room?
Yeah.
Yes, I have one.
Oh, I just noticed. Apparently, at some point, my skeletons died. That probably happened a while ago. They're not exactly good skeletons.
Dropped it right next to the stash.
Here's also an Ith rune that I guess I had in my inventory.
Choose the item which you wish to add sockets. How do I choose that?
You just you put it into the box from your inventory.
Oh, I see.
Is there a way? Is it like how you
is it
organize
something
it?
that doesn't have any in the first place?
Is it how you organize it that affects? It's like how
Yeah,
you-
Yes.
if you're gonna build a rune wood, you have to do it in the specific order.
and that's putting in the sockets, right? Or do you have to put
Yes.
it in the?
Yeah, no, you just put it over the armor. Once you put it on the armor, it'll automatically put it in the correlating socket. So you just have to put it in order.
I'll
not
give
in a
it back to
specific
you.
spot.
Actually, I didn't realize I didn't have a 4-socket spear, so never mind.
What are you trying to make?
Insight.
Insight. used to have full sockets too, but apparently not anymore. Let's see. What does it take again?
Raw, tier, tall, and soul.
Well, tier is that one. Hall and soul. Okay, I got them in order for if I find a full socket.
There's polearms, staves, bows, and crossbows.
Yeah.
Ring ding 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 ding. All right, you know what? I'm just going to gamble while waiting.
What?
All right. There's currently 2 people waiting at at the base of the portals.
Oh,
Who are we waiting for?
I thought for you guys were doing ward stuff. Rune ward.
Oh no, we just determined that we need.
Okay. Well then,
To
I'm
find
going. I'm
the
going ahead
first
unless
base.
someone says, "Please wait." If that's you, say, "Please wait."
I don't think any of us are a crosswalk.
Oh, you do fire traps, right?
Yes.
Well, this doesn't do fire traps, but it might be tempting, Justin. There's a... Oh, where are you? Are you Pew dead?
Yes.
Okay. You might like these fisticuffs. Here you go, you just walked past me.
Do they give magic find? Oh, nope. I am.
Oh
Thank you,
yeah, you're
sir.
rocking the... Can you dual wield?
I am using a shield, sir.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for your offer. I'm a shield wielder. Purdue wielding does no purpose for me.
Whoa. Is anyone here... Actually, no one here wants to use a sword. But that... Found a sword that does plus 80 poison damage over 4 seconds.
Wait.
Oh, yeah,
Let
poison
me-
usually gets big numbers. It's just
Let
you
me
know.
see it.
Okay. Are you near me?
Hold on, I'm coming.
I see you right there.
Maybe.
I see you. Coming. Let's first take care of this barricade guy. Alright, right next to you. Sword on the ground.
Oh, yeah, that is way better than the weapon I'm using at the moment.
Man, I found a really sweet yellow belt, but it's not the 4 socket. I mean, the 4 row type.
all right.
Has great stats, but it doesn't do 4 rows.
Well, that's a harsh cost.
Yeah.
Okay, but what to do?
15 attack rating, 47 enhanced defense, 37 life, plus 4 replenish life, plus 9 mana, 7 maximum stamina, plus 1 light radius. That's just a big number belt. I guess for a hammered in, are these... Oh, there we go. Like, are these Barricade building my kryptonite?
Those big guys kill everything even vaguely nearby when they pop. I dinged again. Nice. Once more, and I'll be able to start using that white wand. Oh, hey, a Thul rune.
So is a white wand just a white rarity?
White is a specific rune word.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that does very nice things for most necromancers.
Okay. I was like, at first I really thought you were talking about this
That being said,
white quality.
if you find any white quality wand that has plus corpse explosion, I would be interested, because I do have that pending socket edition, and if it happens to be the right kind of wand,
Follow me.
I could get an upgrade.
Okay.
I'll say I expect that to take a while though, because it basically has to be just the right base wand to be able to get something better than what I was given.
Oh, speaking of wands, let me look at this white wand. Nope. A grim wand that was literally only just 50% damage to undead.
Looks like we got him.
Yeah, that should have been the second set of them. Yeah, so we gotta go back and talk to the guy, but if we head up towards the top right, the rest of the way we can at least get to where the
Hoping to get to the waypoint.
Caverns are.
Oh,
Trying
we
to
got an
figure
elite.
out where the guys went.
Here, I'll pop a portal. Pop portal open.
If it turns out these potions have any side effects,
You'd wonder, right?
because we've drank more than a handful.
Get them hammers. Break down that barricade for me. I'll just wait for like a minute for you to just get there through your circle cycle.
Oh, nice. This staff is going to sell for a mint. +1 thunderstorm, +2 teleport.
Nice.
Oh wow. Dude, that'll get you in the big parties with that. I think one of the greatest gifts in this game is when you randomly find a stamina potion, because you know you're never going to hold stamina potions in your inventory, but then you could just pop it so you don't have to worry for a while about your stamina.
All right. Go back down real quick.
Yep.
I can't carry anymore.
We're going back to doing town run.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Inventories are a little full.
Stay a while and listen.
Good afternoon. Nice.
Yeah, not surprised that this battle staff hit this sell value cap. Don't think it's worth sitting on it though. Doesn't increase very much from here on out.
All right. So you say if it's once at 25,000, just sell it.
I think it increases to 30k. Well, to 30k once we get to the next difficulty tier, but it doesn't scale further from there until we get to hell, at which point it just goes up to 35k. So it's
see.
about the point where it's not worth the inventory space.
I see. That makes sense. Ooh. This small shield, cruel wings. Whoever left this down, thank you. There's a difference between, so my previous shield is +1 to combat skills paladin only, but this one is +1 to paladin skills, period.
Period.
Period. Would anyone like this ring? I'll just put it by our stash. I'll let you.
Bark.
Fork.
My gosh.
He like never barks.
Alright, what's this ring's thing?
Cody. No. I think he's smart. He knows you'll do something when he barks.
Oh, hey, this amulet gives +85 to mana.
Huh. This ring of might, it won't let me sell. +3 strength. Says I cannot complete that request. He does not like me selling it.
Must be quest related.
What ring is it?
Just a basic +3 strength ring of might.
Hmm.
A paladin. Think.
Oh, this guy just threw runes in my inventory. All right, Cody, our rune master. Here's my 3 runes that he gave me.
Oh yeah,
Afternoon.
suppose I had been saving runes so that I could take care of my white issue once the time came, but turns out that is unnecessary. Well, waiting for him to
Oh,
get
wow,
back.
That's a whole lot of them.
Yes.
Give me a second here.
Like I said, I'd kind of been. Oh, I think I might want to. That one is specifically. Oh, clicked on the wrong thing.
Wow. That ghoul hood. Yes, please.
And then I suppose I'll toss these on the ground just in case you have a use for any of them. Since I seem to recall that you were keeping an eye out for specifically socketed swords.
There's a lot of runes on the ground.
Yep.
Yes,
They're for Cody, our rune master.
once he gets back.
The question is whether or not I'll have enough space for them.
I see.
Well, if we need us to hold on Antony for you. I also have a bunch of gems if you want to like use it to convert any. All right, dropping a ring by the stash. Not in the ruin pile, but kind of like a little bit to the side. Here, actually, I'll do it right here. There we go. It's a nice little ring. Gives mana.
Why is Ethan almost dead?
That is a good question. And now I'm not.
All right. What? Steam.
Okay, let me take a look at these now. Sorry, I had to help with Max.
It's fine.
Let's see.
You had a puppy.
I'm also gonna have to probably run to Act 2 and change out my follower because his dexterity is way too low.
I see.
I also have Backpack Hero playing in the background while waiting for you.
Ah, so I'm not the only one who switched straight over to using the other game that's still going on.
I was like, you know what can I do instead of like, you know.
Instead of vibrating in place and screaming.
I am really feeling Gandalf right now, though. I do not remember this place.
Ah. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't backfire horribly. Okay, well the person who mattered made their saves. I'll take it. I am very dependent on Gaburo's gigantic bonuses to damage. If she got staggered there, it would have been a problem.
Six, 10. Do this twice. You'd be dead.
Point. I don't know if I could recover if I had to start up the next team. Guys, this guy's already really ramped up.
Oh.
Trying to remember what gem combination I need for these soul runes. I want to say it's a flawless that I need, but I don't remember. I have to look this up.
I've got a spare flawless ruby I can provide for that.
Oh, I got tons of gems, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
All right.
Three of those and a chipped topaz. Huh. Actually, that is the one that I don't have.
Chipped topaz?
Yes.
Chipped. Got it.
Topaz.
I have exactly one. Which act are you in?
I'm in Act 5 still.
Okay. Yukora?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm going to get these crystal swords out of the way since they're just in the way at the moment.
Yeah, because those full socket crystal swords are actually what you need to make spirit. That superior crystal swords actually probably better than I already have.
Oh.
Yep. I went
In that
back.
case, feel free. I'm going to be wielding that wand, not a spirit sword, so...
Well, if someone's interested in a spirit sword, I can make one.
What's a spirit sword?
It's a runewood, +2 to all skills, +26% faster cast rate, +55% faster hit recovery, adds 1 to 50 lightning damage, 3 to 14 cold damage, +75 poison damage over 5 seconds, 7% life stolen per hit, 750 defense with the missile, 22 to vitality, 99 to mana, and 5 to magic absorb.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like something good for my tally.
Wasn't Spirit the one that gives you like +3 to all skills?
+2 to all skills.
So unless there's a rune word that gives a more specialized bonus for your particular thing, it's a good all-arounder.
Yeah, it is. It's a good general one. Really good for Barbarian overall. Sorceress also really good for up until a certain point.
Probably not until like 9,
Fatality.
Let me run back to Act 2 real quick. Switch my dude out. Someone with a higher dexterity.
There we
91
go.
Dexterity
it's
is a
going on getting
requirement.
old.
It doesn't tell me what the dexterity levels are. That's crappy. Okay. Defense. So I'm just going to put. Let's see. Dexterity is still too low. Okay, well, I guess I'll just have to get him up a couple levels.
Don't you usually have to just give him something, an item that gives dex?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I have anything in my stash that does that right now. Six dex. Strength. Yeah, no. Nothing I could equip to him that'll add dex, unfortunately.
Rip.
I'm trying to get my insight put on him, so.
What dex does he need?
97?
Ooh.
91. And so hovering around 67 right now on the
So we'll need
standard. But anyways, I'm ready.
Yeah.
If you guys are ready to continue.
Oh yeah. All right. Save game. Oof. All right. Age.
Yeah, getting 20 or 30 dex for just a helmet and chest plate will be very rough.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see if we can find another.
Right, game saved. Close. All right. Let's do this. To war, men.
Go through Stressmus. portal, and then we'll come into the crystalline passage.
Okay.
I realized I forgot to buy mana potions, but that'll take hardly a second.
Did you you heard Ethan that we're starting?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is like loot ninja training, especially when mana potions drop.
Everything else is free game. Mana potions. Oh no. Mana potions is where you must an engine loot.
Do we need to start doing a roll system like WoW?
I don't want to go through the hassle.
Nah, all it would turn into G to KP.
I don't know.
At this point,
I don't even know what that is.
it's pretty much it's like whoever's highest bidder. That's kind of what it turned into WoW nowadays, or for a while even. Either that or the leader of the raid would just take everything. Because that happens too. Most like people.
Yeah,
do
I
that
mostly
sort of thing.
did like dungeons, not raids. And when you random dungeons, there's a little bit more control. You can only greed or need stuff.
And I'm assuming that if you hit need too much, you end up
No, well,
getting.
you could only hit need on things within your class. If it's not as your class, then
Oh,
you
that
can hit
was
greed.
much later. Yeah, that was that
Yeah.
much later.
That
I was talking. Wow.
basically it reduces each time you hit need. It reduces your how effective that is for the next time you hit need.
Oh, is that how
No.
they do it now?
Yeah.
Because there for a while it was kind of just pretty much just 2 tiers of rolls, and everyone would just hit need anyways. Because if you ever hit greed, you'd never get it.
This that way? I think this is that way for the next part.
Because everyone would do a need for transmogs or something.
Yeah, basically it was like they wanted to make sure the people who actually needed the stuff like got it, and it wasn't just the same person hitting need. So each time need was hit, it reduced the value of the need until somebody else got the need that they put in, and then it would reset. So yeah, in this area, all of the skeleton guys will come back to life after a short amount of time.
Unless we had corpse eating dogs. Can't come back if we're not chewed.
I suppose I can. I'm gonna start blowing up a few more corpses. Because admittedly, I haven't really been bothering with many corpse explosions because things haven't been living long enough. But I found the down to the Drifter Cavern. Don't know if we want to go there or not.
Yeah, it also helps if the bodies get shattered. So ice damage definitely
Maybe.
helps.
Yes, but that gets in my way.
Should we go to the Drifter Cavern?
Well, ice is pretty much all I do at this point, so.
Should we go to the
How
Drifter Cavern?
unfortunate.
Let's do it.
Do it? Alright.
Where'd you go?
Drifter Cavern? It's here, it's just the one right below. I popped the portal.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure that. I'm trying to remember what
I'm also
the
I'm
place was called.
I'm
was
waiting
supposed to be.
I'm waiting outside the cavern for you. If you wanna
you can go ahead and continue. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm just right now. I'm just trying to figure out other places. You know what else there is. Yes, I know there's a specific area for the. We're supposed to be going, but I don't remember specifically which one. That might be the place, but.
Quite underwhelming getting a standard skeleton out of a giant yeti.
That would be pretty cool if actually the skeleton size did scale.
I mean, it would make sense if it did that.
Yeah. Even if it didn't have statistical differences, though it would be nice if big skeletons were like a little stronger.
Or even if they at least looked bigger, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
scaled to the size of the creature they were brought from. Which is actually one of the things I appreciated them doing in
4?
yeah, 4. I was gonna say 3, but I was like, no, I don't think they did that in 3.
E3
One of the few things they
made
got right.
skeletons weird. Frankly, it felt like Minionmancy was barely a thing in D3.
Oh yeah, it was barely a thing in D3.
I
until
mean,
Necromancer
like,
came
everything
out
you
at,
said-
like 3 years after Reaper of Souls came out. That and Witch Doctor. What were you gonna say?
Impossible.
I'll
Corey?
say everything like usually timed out in D3.
Yup.
That too.
All right.
I
need to
never
go to
messed
town.
with the Necromancer much in D3.
So even when you were playing a minion build in
Day.
Diablo 3, your damage actually came from your skills. Yeah, it's just they had scalers based off of your minions, or like your minions would get a cartoonishly massive damage boost for like 3 seconds after you hit the enemy with Death Whirlwind or whatever. So it was still your skills that actually did the damage.
At that point, they might as well call it skill mincy.
Found the up. Popping a portal. Not using it, but if anybody wants to just bounce off town and go to Strasmus's portal, that'll get them to the exit.
I found the waypoint. I'm gonna pop a portal by it.
Alright. And who is it? Which character is that?
Who's Korra?
Or
Ah, thank you.
Right, to town I go to go in the Korra's portal. Here we go.
Sounds like I might as well do a quick inventory dump at this point.
Do we need to be? Do we need to explore the glacial trails? Is where we need to be next?
basically, we need to find Tanya, I think is what her name is. And then once we find her, then we need to get to the Hero's Path.
Okay. Right. All right. Let me know when you guys are done. Done being in town.
Alright, well, I finished my stuff in town. It wasn't long.
Anya, that was her name. Yeah, we still need to find her in the Crystalline Passage.
Okay, so back to the caves.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the caves!
To the caves. Also, there's supposed to be a waypoint here, so I'm looking for this too.
Yeah,
if you take,
it's
if you
by
take my
Korra's portal.
yeah.
No, I'm in the frozen tundra.
Oh yeah, there should be one there too, I think.
think she's the one that got frozen by like the betrayer person, if I remember right.
Yeah, something like that.
Of what?
His story, like pretty much someone betrayed and froze her.
Yeah, in the hopes that he struck a deal with Ball in exchange for Ball's mercy, which is probably not actually going to be provided. He's just sabotaging the barbarian encampment.
Right.
I got a shiny chest over here. Down the bottom right.
Coming, Chesty.
Well, this is explicitly not the waypoint, or it's the waypoint. I'm just running past everything.
Larger chest
Well, you
here.
guys. I see I'm finding things I shouldn't be finding yet.
What is this? And we have to go back one? Just down here by Strasmus.
Nope, not seeing anything down here. It dead ends pretty quickly.
No, I gotta go back to the crystalline passage. There's another
Oh, I see.
another exit down here somewhere.
I can't. I can't carry
Heck.
anymore.
Probably lost half my health if there were no enemies nearby.
Yeah, I did. I hit the fire shrine and I forgot that it actually spewed fire. So it took half my health and my followers' health too.
I was nowhere near you.
Can I help you?
I'm just not sure how how that hits, unless it was just a global everyone loses half health thing.
It's supposed to just do it in a circle from the location, but
Well, I've never been excited to find a ring that gives plus 40 mana.
there it is. Frozen River.
All right, I have a ring that gives plus 10 energy. Does anyone want that?
I think I'm good for now.
No thanks.
I'm alright. I got some pretty good yellow and named rings.
I'll be back. I'm going to use the restroom.
Man, it doesn't cost to just use animated skeleton on these guys.
I'm gonna pop.
Oh, this
portal
amulet has
here
Just-
for-
21% chance of magic find.
I got a portal down here where we're at with the next area. Find Anya.
Heh. Corpse explosions. When I do have an opportunity to actually blow up a crowd, it's pretty satisfying.
The rare moments you do.
Yes.
Loves click.
I know that you have need for chipped gems right now.
Mostly the topaz. They're much less common than all the others, which is surprising.
Someone got a kill. The room's been cleared.
It's unfortunate amplified damage is only physical damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of that stuff, I'm just like, come on, guys, you could have easily made this more accessible.
Spread and Butter Curse is utterly useless unless your party has a very specific build. And still cast it because it significantly improves the damage of the corpse explosions. Because they're half physical, half fire. But
Now, only if you had a weakness to fire ability, then it would work for at least 2 of us.
you know what? This is a character I'm probably never going to play solo, so I could make modify it.
I'm back.
I literally didn't even see him walk in the door. I grabbed a piece of bread from my mouth. I looked down and he's already there. It's like, dude. Care too much about food.
I popped a portal quickly for where we're at.
All right, coming. I'm coming. All right, we're Cora. There you are.
Man, I don't know how much longer.
It's hitting you.
Mainly 'cause of this guy keeping me up.
I could brew some coffee for you.
Time to drink some energy drink.
You better not bark, dude.
Will you let me brew some coffee for you, Ethan?
Dude.
He's specifically requested you don't do that.
Ethan, will you let me brew you some coffee? Yeah?
Back up
Alright.
this way. Yeah. Oof, almost level 30. Level 30 is where the real damage begins.
Dude,
Cody.
Mine is the 35 when I'm supposed to respec or something.
I already did my respec.
I'm pretty sure I respec so late because the skills that I'm stacking into is very late. So I don't even have access to them yet.
There she is.
Which portal are we going through?
go through Kora's or Strasmus. Go through Strasmus.
I have the thawing potion.
There we go. And she has her. Then she makes her own portal.
Yep.
She
And
could
she
have
leaves us all here to die. How rude.
Hello.
Now you see, it's just confident that you have more work to do, and that clearly you can handle yourself.
Thank you.
Permanent resist up.
I can use all the good stuff. Except for that one.
Oh, hey, David. Someone,
There's
Yeah.
a portal down here.
someone dropped a barbarian amulet, and I know you have a barbarian alt.
Yep. What's his shtick? Bows to Warcries. Yeah. And
Oh.
perfect. Yep. Yeah, an amulet of Warcries and Magic Find is exactly what that guy wants.
There's a mask right here, a falcon mask right here, Ethan. Which is absolutely druid. Oh, I'll bring. It was like literally right next to you, but I'll bring it near the stash. All right, I'm by the temple portal. Let me know when you're ready. Peeps.
Okay, next is... Okay, gotta go talk to Anya. Oh man, you gotta work with me, teammate. My guy is not working with me. Get this dexterity up. Not only does it +6.
About half an hour.
I don't want to just like call it right now, so like at least another, I don't know, 20 minutes.
Well, I mean, if we need to stop Diablo now, I believe this is a pretty good stopping point, just before we enter this new dungeon.
Yeah, we could just do Eucharist Arena
Yeah.
now.
Well, if there's a good stopping point coming up, let's try and
I mean,
Yeah.
we're at it.
We're at
We
a
can
stop.
do it now, or we can do it right after this dungeon. I mean, this dungeon is very short, so...
well, let's do it after the dungeon.
Do after the dungeon? Alright.
Okay. Let's head inside. It's a very small dungeon.
Alright, I'm in.
By the light, what is this place?
And dungeon complete.
Wow.
Told you, very small dungeon.
We still have the Halls of Anguish and stuff to do.
Well, yes, but as far as this dungeon goes, that's it. So this is one of those places where the zombie dudes will keep coming back if you continue to stay. So
Oh yeah.
Do they give experience every time they die?
I'd rather keep going and get killed.
No, I'm
kill
just
new
curious.
things.
It's like if people did like it done an AFK build or something, and they just
Cody, you better knock it off, dude.
You have proven
What?
Thank
all right. So we're done with that dungeon. Dude, are we done with that dungeon?
Yep.
No.
Yep, that was it.
No. All right. Let's do some Eucharist reading. I'll wait for you guys to bounce, and I'll save and close.
Hey, we're Cody, stop it. That dog. Dude. Okay, I love you, but you are really annoying. Down. Use the down. Oh yeah, now you learned your lesson. Yeah, you gotta fear those tiny dogs, dude. They're relentless.
All right. Do some Eucharist reading.
So this.
All right. And I think you're the last one, Cody.
Save
All right.
and exit. I'm out. No, I'm to the bathroom real quick.
All right, now I'll go get our communion stuff ready.
That dog. Lay down. Stay. Stay there, dude. Hey, dude. Actually stays there.
All right. We're doing reading in Eucharist, Jason.
All right. One sec. Can you finish him real quick?
Well, we're about. Yeah. So waiting for other people.
All right.
But when we start, we start. That's.
Yep. I'm down to start whenever.
Okay.
Cody, what are you doing?
He doesn't know what he's gonna do with you.
You little turd muncher.
This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna be on my avatar. That's how it's gonna work out. All right. You need salt and pepper also.
Yes, and a bowl.
Here, I'm gonna hold Cody while you do it. Come here, dude.
Force snuggles.
You're staying here. You've earned yourself this place. You're staying here. Stay?
Yeah, he doesn't like to cooperate.
Yep, that's fine. I could also be pretty stubborn also. Matthew. Let's get some beats going. You know, I decided though, Ethan, tomorrow is we'll just put chairs. We don't. What I don't want to go through the hassle of getting those couches, so we'll just put chairs. Huh? I mean, we're literally just setting up new colors. I mean, all I'm doing is doing new colors. I haven't been talked about anything when it came to like service or sanctuary or anything like that. Oh. Hmm.
Alright. I'm listening in, but I'm getting an outfit for Mr. Man.
Ah. All right. You've done this to yourself, buddy. You're going to be my laptop.
Especially once I get that dog to calm down. The little minutes.
No. All right. So you're almost ready, Cody? You just had to do something with your boy?
Yep, I just had to get an outfit ready for him.
Okay. Sweet. So are you done or are you still working on that?
Hmm?
Cody, are you still doing that right now? Look.
I'm just finishing up. I'll be
Just
done in a
finish it.
second.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yep. Okay. All right, I'm back.
All right.
I think we're on the next one.
Yep. Cool. All right. So Cody's ready. David, are you ready?
Yes.
Justin?
Yep.
All right. Ethan's behind me, so I know he's ready. All right. I'll pray. And then after that, when you're ready, Ethan, you can start. Jeez, you're amazing. All right. Hey, Jason, we're starting, dude. King Jesus, thank you for your death and resurrection. Thank you that today we can just be here. Thank you for all the blessings of food, housing, the brains to create electrical arts, video games, means of be able to communicate and hang out. For some of us, a couple thousand miles away. May we just become a lot more aware of you and how your gospel works. Maybe always be present on our mind. Since it happened 2,000 years ago, it is so easy to live as if we forgot about it. So may we not forget it. May how you operate just always be there. And as we read the writings of the ancients, please reveal to us what it means, the hope of it all. Amen.
Amen. Matthew 20, verses 29 through 34. As they were going out of Jericho, a large crowd was following Jesus. Just then, 2 blind men were sitting by the wayside and heard that Jesus was going by. "Have pity on us, Master, Son of David," they shouted. The crowd scolded them and told them to be silent, but they shouted out all the more, "Have pity on us, Master, Son of David." Jesus came to a stop. He called them. "What do you want me to do for you?" he asked. "Master," they replied, "we want you to open our eyes." Jesus was very moved. He touched their eyes. At once they could see again, and they followed him.
What do you think? Like, you know, the blind men are asking for, "Have pity on us." But what is that expression, "Son of David"? What do you guys think that means?
I believe it's a reference to one of the old prophecies that the Messiah would be of the line of David. And so, by calling him the Son of David, they are saying that he is the Messiah.
So if I heard right, because of a prophecy, by them saying Son of David, they're saying that they believe that he's that descendant?
Yes. They're calling him the Son of David because the Messiah is to be from one of David's descendants, and so by calling him that, they're calling him the Messiah.
Now, why would it matter? If that's true, why would it matter that he's the Messiah?
Well, that would make a huge difference to everything because if there are people out there claiming he is the Messiah and he doesn't have that that footing saying, I am a descendant of David, that kind of limits his credibility as potentially being the Messiah.
Though I think, to the blind men in particular, that matters because, well, in part because this Messiah is known to work wonders and heal people, and well, clearly, they're hoping that by appealing to him, they can be healed.
I just want to. Yes, I feel like it's not the first time we heard about Jericho in the Bible. Yes. Yes, so what's crazy is Jericho is where the spies were sent. Remember the wall? The wall city?
Yes.
That's crazy. I just put that two together in my brain. So, so Jesus' name, right? And it means Joshua. So when you think of Joshua, who's sent to succeeded after Moses, who brought the Israelites into the promised land. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I'm talking about, who Joshua is? And so then Jesus is named after him. And so they're going out of Jericho. These blind men are saying something outrageous. Like if you read between the line, they are exclaiming that he is the king. Which any other king in that area will be like, no. You know, either you have Herod, who's power playing. You have the temple leaders. So if we know that Jericho is where Joshua sent the spies, that's where Rahab, which is actually Jesus's like great grandma. She's actually in the genealogy at the very beginning of Matthew. I'm seeing all these connectors. I'm like, can this be, is there any, do you think Matthew is just putting all these together by chance? You know what's also crazy is the book of Matthew was also written to show that Jesus is the greater Moses. Which then when you read the book of Joshua, like the book of Joshua also shows that he is the greater Moses. And so now we have someone who is greater than Joshua, where Joshua was Joshua was supposed to be the better Moses. And now here's Jesus, who is better. He's close to the city. You got the two blind men. Do you guys think this is just by, I mean, like, are you guys seeing the connections that I'm seeing?
You know, I'm not too sure I see exactly what you're seeing, but I think I might be seeing it. Just that connection between, you know, part of Jesus' genealogy kind of being hinted at in the story. Although there is something really funny that I'm noticing. It's just ironic that it's the blind people who are seeing Jesus for the person that he is, while the, you know, people who can actually see are just completely blind to that fact.
Yep, Rahab right there. She was the prostitute who was at the wall of Jericho. Where Josh was spies. But I do love how that you made that pointer. It's like it constantly shows like the people who should be getting it don't get it, but the blind, heck, even the demon possessed, they're just yelling, "You're the son of God!" They're trying to get him killed.
And Jesus is just like, shh, don't tell anyone.
Hmm. Mm-mm. All right. Before we read commentary, is there anything other things that, any other thoughts? How are you doing, Justin? Are you following along, or is it just whoosh going right over your head?
There's a lot of tangents going on right now. So, I think I'm following along somewhat.
Okay.
I can't remember the
What?
exact passage, but this reminds me a little bit of the blind man that Jesus restored sight to, and he like took a little bit of mud and like put it in the guy's eye.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure which passage that is, but it's interesting because I mean, if this is like the same kind of process, then it is also highlighting the fact that Jesus is the creator, that he's like able to, you know, restore vision if he wants.
Hmm. That makes sense, yeah. Because he's restoring.
Mhm.
Like, and only God has that power to restore.
And it's basically just showing that he is God, not just like, you know, some random prophet dude that
Yeah.
just showed up in Israel.
Well, it's like, even in the basic laws of the universe, like, matter is never created but only destroyed. So he creates matter and restoring. How about you, David? You got any thoughts?
Nothing further. No.
Cody?
No, nothing more than what I had said before.
Yeah. All right. So hoping. So Justin. So I just don't want you. Hoping you could. So Jesus.
Mhm.
Like that is like the Greek. I get the Greek way of saying Joshua.
Okay.
And so
I thought it was the English
it's like, yeah,
version of Latin,
it's like Yeshua.
Of
It's like a whole mini.
Greek, of like,
Yeah.
Aramaic.
I'm really making this simple.
Mhm.
Like,
The point is, there's a couple layers of translation getting in the way, but at the end of the day, it's the same name as the Joshua of yonder.
Pretty
Day.
much.
so, Justin, do you know the story of Moses?
Kinda.
Okay, so about
It's been a while.
I think 2,000 years before this, the Israelites were in slavery in Egypt.
Hmm.
So Moses, with obviously the hand of God, but Moses took them out of Egypt. Like free them from slavery. So they did not get, so from Egypt to, you know, to the Jericho region. So pretty much where Israel's at. So Moses took them out, but they never got to the promised land with Moses. And so does that like, so 2,000 years ago, and lots of explaining, but the people of the ancients thought in stories. So Moses got them out of Egypt, but they never got to the promised land. They just got stuck in the desert. And so then when Joshua, not Jesus yet, but when Joshua, he then led the Israelites from the desert to the Jordan Valley, Israel.
Okay.
So he took them from a place of exile. The desert is like exile. The Israelites did bad, and so they were exiled in the desert. Like they were with Moses, supposed to get to the promised land, but because of their waywardness, that generation who came out with Moses died in the desert.
Right.
And so there was a next generation led by Joshua who were. So does that make sense? So Joshua took them from desert to promised land.
Yeah.
Okay. So when Jesus is here on the scene and they see themselves in exile, like they are in the promised land, but they're not ruling the promised land. Like they're under Roman power. The people at the temple are whack because they're shaking hands with the Roman powers. So do you see like how people during Jesus' time can feel like they're in exile? They're in the desert. So here comes Jesus on the scene. His name is Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
So does that like how in his name alone tells a story, a hope in his name, a hope in him?
I guess, yeah.
So that's what makes this crazy is Joshua, not Jesus, but Joshua, he is going out of Jericho. Which were the spies that Joshua sent. And so there they meet Rahab, who is a descendant of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And then here, this is where these blind people recognize his royalty. So they notice that Joshua, who's going to take the Israelites out of exile, they notice his royalty. So I hope, like, there's a lot of tangents. Does that explain it a little better?
I guess I kind of was lost of what you were trying to explain there in the end, but give context.
Yeah, so you got lost at the last part?
No, I have no idea what you were trying to explain in the first place.
Okay.
Were you...
Well, I'm just trying to explain, like, pretty much, because people in the time of Jesus, right? They feel like they are lost, like lost in the desert. They're lost under Roman power.
Yeah, you explained that.
Okay. So you got that part. They feel lost.
Yeah.
So with Jesus' name meaning Joshua, they're hoping that just like Joshua in the Old Testament led the Israelites out of exile.
Oh, that's what you were trying to ask was the about the context of the name.
yeah.
Yeah, you explained that too. You just asked me in a way where I didn't know what you were
Okay.
talking about.
I was just making sure you gained the connections that I was just trying to put together for you.
So basically, what it sounds like is they were taking the parallels of the Joshua from before and applying them to
Yeah, that's what
Jesus.
it was sound like.
Yeah. And
early
like
on.
the more and more that we read, like the gospels are going to keep making parallelism. Thank you for using that word, Cody. Are going to keep like making references to the First Testament to show how great Jesus is.
Right.
And so right now we are seeing what the author of Matthew is doing here. Like it's not for no reason that Matthew is name dropping Jericho. The city Jericho.
Okay.
Like that is like scripture, pretty much every name and usually every name matters. They're doing something. They're hinting at something. They're winking at something a lot of times. Using the name Jericho is like a little wink where it takes some thinking to see, but Son of David is like blowing trumpets saying this guy is the son of David. This guy is the king. Is that so? Little wink, big wink.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You want to start commentary, Jason? Sure. Who would like to read after Jason? If you're wondering, I have little Jason behind me, and he asked to read the commentary. Start the commentary.
Yeah, I'll read second.
All right, Jason, David. Who would like to read after David? All right, it's down to Justin and Cody. Who would like to read after David?
Nose goes, no camera.
I gotta get Max out of the bath and get him
Okay.
dressed. So
So
I'll
you
be
be-
listening in, but not.
You won't be able to read. Okay.
Good.
All right,
Yeah.
Justin, are you okay to read after David?
Yep.
Jason, David, Justin. All right, then me, and then if there's anything left, it'll be Ethan.
Sounds good to me.
Here, come over here.
He came to see me earlier in the morning. He was a bit nervous at telling clergyman how he was feeling, but he was determined to do it anyway. He told me he hadn't been able to sleep too well for the past few nights. He had a sense that his work wasn't going too well. His heart didn't seem to be in it. He was restless and couldn't figure out why. For the last few years, he devoted himself single-mindedly to the grand scheme he'd worked out. He would get a degree, study for an MBA, and find the right company, start off up the business ladder. Now here he was, halfway through, on the road to success. And yet something wasn't right. Richard, I said, feeling it was a rather silly question. What do you really want to do? He stared at me for a moment with a mixture of horror and amazement. It was like watching a dam burst. The emotion and energy that had built up inside of him flooding through in a rush. What I really want to do, he said, is to get ordained and tell people about Jesus. He blushed to the roots of his hair, and though this was the most stupid thing an MBA student could possibly say, he had the world at his feet. Why change course and go off to the unknown? Surely he wasn't going to become one of those professional religious types. Surely God could use him as a businessman without giving it all up.
But he had spoken the truth, and we both knew it. This was what he really wanted. It was a huge thing, but the way was now clear. Jesus asked the same question to the two blind men outside Jericho. It may sound an obvious question and answer to us, but it was by no means obvious to them or to the crowds. Think about it. In many cities around today's world, you will see people sitting by the roadside saying the same words to everyone who passes by. Spare a thought for an old woman. Got a few coins, sir? Take pity on an old soldier. Can you spare some change, minister? On and on, day after day. Yeah, try to see the world through their eyes. You get used to people ignoring you, or smiling patronizingly. You get used to some people stopping to talk, then moving on with a mixture of embarrassment and pity. You get used to sitting there, in cold and heat, hoping for just enough coins to get through the next day, and the next, and the next. Maybe you have a few friends, relatives even, in the same plight. And from time to time you get together with what little you've made from a day or two on the street. It's not much of a life, but it's the one you know. It's the one these two blind men knew. They had each other for company, and no doubt all the travelers through Jericho had seen them dozens of times. They probably had family in the town, eking out a bare existence. This was where they belonged. So, when they heard that Jesus was coming through, they pricked up their ears. For James and John, in the previous passage, the thought that Jesus was going to be king meant that perhaps they would get to sit on either side of him. For two blind beggars outside Jericho, the thought that Jesus, the son of David, was coming through town meant money. Where there's royalty, there's riches. If anyone can give us enough to live on for a while, surely he can. Then we won't have to go on with this begging day after day.
So they redoubled their efforts despite the crowd's attempts to shut them up. Have pity on us, son of David, have pity. Mercy for a blind man. Son of David, be kind to us. Call him king. That'll make him feel good. Make him want to show how generous he is. The rich like to give money when lots of people are watching. Perhaps the most they hoped for was that Jesus would send one of his minions across to them with some coins. They certainly didn't expect him to call them. They had to get up from their regular seats and come over to him. They heard the noisy crowd go suddenly quiet. They were on the spot. Everyone must be watching them. The voice that had called them, the voice they guessed must be Jesus, was asking them a question no one had asked them for years and years. What do you want me to do for you? Well, what do you think? What does a beggar always want? But what was he asking? What did he mean? Was he hinting? But they'd look very stupid if they asked and he couldn't or wouldn't, and then they wouldn't give them money either. Perhaps it would be better to play safe, stick with the trade they knew. We watched them there in the hot Jericho sun. The few seconds must have seemed like hours. Then the dam burst.
Master, open our eyes. That's what we want. Open our eyes. Jesus, says Matthew, was deeply moved. He had watched the human drama that had taken place in those few moments. He knew what it had cost them and would cost them to dig down beneath the hard crust of a lifetime of begging for money and to ask instead for the one thing that really mattered. He touched them and they saw. And says Matthew, they followed him. Well, they would, wouldn't they? But we know, as they do not yet, what that means. They have left one life behind and have begun a new one. It can happen to anyone who asks Jesus for something and finds Jesus searching question coming straight back at them, piercing through the outer crust and find the real request bubbling up underneath. And when that real request is really met, the only possible result is real discipleship. Following Jesus will be costly, but if he's already given you everything you really want, what else is there to do? Man, that's a good read. All right. Anything N.T. Wright said that stood out to you about the scripture?
I don't think I really noticed
Yeah.
anything stand out that we didn't really already cover before we.
Not in
got
particular.
the
To
commentary.
be blunt, much of it felt like it was basically just conjecture about the beggar's thought processes.
I mean, like, what stood out to me was like this didn't cross my mind, because I always think immediately about healing, because that's what he did. But then for them to say Master, Son of David, like by him calling him king, you imagine if a king's going to give you a gift, it'll be money. And so seeing it from like a royalty standpoint at first, from like when a rich person comes by and rich family member or something, like yeah, and then seeing it from that, like from Rich, him calling them up, and then seeing it from bringing it down to what really mattered. It was like the old life and the new life. Like they had this old life, they were healed from it, but then now they had a new life of following him. I mean, it's gonna be so cool learning their names when heaven meets earth. I wonder who these two beggars are. So they, like a lot of people who just get healed in the Bible, there's like, thank you, peace. But these actually like kept on following him. Probably some of the early martyrs, I imagine.
Well, I mean, if I were blind and I was miraculously healed by the Son of God, I think I would basically just keep following
Yeah.
the Son of God.
I mean,
'Cause, I mean, if he can restore sight, that's probably not the like limit of what he can do.
yeah. And I think that might be like, from on this side, the logical explanation. But then it's very easy once you, like, you get the money, right? Or you get the job, to then use it to already advance where you're at. Yeah, talking here, buddy.
To think about the fact that has the ability to just instantly make you able to see. He can definitely do more.
You know, it makes me think, like, they're like, you know, there's that classic, it's like, it's used all the time, like that classic saying, like from Marx, religion is the opium of the people. which means like, do you know what like an ancient opium is? It's like a sedative. Like it helps like it helps numb the pain. And so, and like I think like you could use religion, go to church on Sunday, be part of maybe a little event to get that sin edge off, right? So like I did the prayer, I remember thy sin, forgive me, then go about your day. But it's a whole nother beast to actually say I'm going to set my face towards this and follow it. Just like dedicate my being towards it. It could have been opium. This could have been just a moment where it took the edge off. They could see and go back to whatever. But they chose to like be part of the new kingdom, the new life. Yeah, and I think that's it. That's because there are going to be other times where I think there's that story where what did he heal them of? I'm trying to remember. Like he healed like it's like this group. And it's like only 2 came back or 1 came back. And then like he's like, where did the others go? You know what I'm talking about?
I think it might have been leprosy.
Yeah, leprosy. You're right. Thank you. Yeah, because like he healed them of a skin disease that in the ancient world like your limbs will literally fall off. And so some of them took the healing and just went back to the family and just say, hey, I could be now around you and cool. But only a few actually made a decision to follow. So I think when it says follow, like on this side of the book, no dir. But on this side of the book, like if we're not actively setting our face towards King Jesus, we're no better. If we're not setting our face towards actually following him, we're no better. Because we're on this side of resurrection. These people are all before resurrection. At this time, they're just expecting... They're expecting a king to rule with might. So yeah, that's my long-winded thought. So yeah, I'm very thankful for that thought. All right, and I think from what I heard, the only one I didn't hear was Justin. Is there any other thoughts that came up from this, Justin?
No,
No? Okay.
there wasn't.
And Cody is busy, so we'll take you, Chris. Do it.
Go.
Democracy needs you.
You know, I'm just surprised that Helldivers 2 hasn't, like, paired up in any way with Liberty Mutual.
Well, actually, the actor who plays in Super Trooper, he's going to be doing something with them soon.
Nice.
Gather up.
But his full name is Codini.
So we got our juice and bread ready. Do you have your elements
do.
ready, David?
Yep.
Cody?
Yep.
Cool. All right. I wanna ask again, and if you don't ever want me to ask you again, just let me know, Cody. But I would like to ask you, would you like to lead us into the Eucharist prayer?
Not this time.
No.
I may be up for it soon though.
Okay. So as long as it's okay to keep asking, that's all I was
Yes,
asking.
yeah,
Okay.
That's okay.
Sweet. All right. David, is okay if I ask you to prayer lead us into the Eucharist?
If I must.
You
Yeah.
must.
Oh God. Yeah, as we come to the end of the of our weekly get together, for for hanging out and for studying your word, we now partake in in another weekly ritual. This one set by you. You take this bread, which represents your body, so that we might remember how it was broken upon the cross. And we drink this juice, which represents your blood, which was spilled on the same, in order to cover our sins. We do this so that we might never forget. Amen.
Amen.
Mhm.
Okay, if I break the bread this time? Well, thank you, Ethan, for baking the bread while I break the bread. Break the bread. Is that good enough piece for you? How about that good, bigger, smaller? Prost. Oh. This is a good reason to cheers. Is death and resurrection. Hmm. Wow, that bottom is like deliciously griddled. I mean, that bottom is a lot thicker than usual.
You guys are making me think I need to get my bread maker back out.
Oh. I don't think the bread maker, if it's like one of those automatic bread makers, it probably doesn't hold a candle to this cooked in the Dutch oven and like grilled in oil all around.
Perhaps not, but still beats the pants off of store-bought white bread.
That's very true. Is there a bakery around?
I'd have to check.
Which is the opposite from yesterday. I dropped oil. Pants. Yeah. 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 Dude, that's crazy. That bottom tastes a lot like a donut. It's like not a sweet donut. I bet if you sprinkle sugar on that, it'll be like. You ever had like a Chinese donut? Yeah, that's like a, like I bet with some sugar, it'll taste exactly like a Chinese donut. That's what Jesus means. Break this Chinese donut bread.
I mean, if we're talking about a very, very burnt donut, Chinese bread.
I mean, it like, sure, it may be burnt on the bottom, but the burntness has its own delicious flavor. It's not like burnt fish or something where you're just like, bleh. Or burnt lasagna.
Alright, well, I'm gonna be getting off for the night.
Okay. Love you, David.
Yeah, love you, Corey.
Good
See
night,
you
man.
next week.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I will also be getting off for the night. Need to spend some time with Allie. Now that she's back to work, we don't really get a whole lot of time together.
I get that. All right.
Saturdays are pretty much our only days together now. So,
I get that. Well, good night, Cody. Love you, man.
alright, I guess.
Oh, I was muted.
I was waiting. Oh, I was like, is Justin going to stay true? Is he going to be, hey, good night for the night? My hands are greasy, so I can't see what you're playing or sharing live, Justin.
Spreading democracy.
No.
Wait,
He's-
what did Ethan say?
He made a reference to Helldiver 2. And the thing is, right now, Justin's in this state where if you try referencing and like him to play it, he'll just get even more stubborn about not doing it. It's just not worth it. Trust me. And then if you make reference to other people, he will then slam it because he's just in that state. Like not worth talking
No, I
about
won't
around him.
slam it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You missed that. You have to say that out loud.
You must be a communist then.
I don't know if that's lore accurate.
I say I haven't seen
Maybe a
anything-
bug sympathizer.
Yeah, a bug sympathizer. There we go. I have not seen any communists in that, like any references to communism in that. It's just more of
Well, we all know, like,
well,
capitalism belongs to democracy. Communism belongs to dictatorship.
that's human. That's human. Like that's like our human history, but this is an alternative universe. Maybe,
With humans.
but they have like robots and bugs. Like
But they have humans.
we just haven't.
If you're not a capitalistic democracy, then you are a communistic
You know,
dictatorship.
you could be a
Let's see.
a theistic royalty, and you're not communist. You're just
Oh, but
having.
that's like completely different dimension.
Infinite what? Infinite craft.
Whoa, I'm seeing 4K Ultra
I'm probably gonna be taking him home after this, and after that, I'm going to be spreading managed democracy. If Robin's asleep, if Robin's not asleep, then I'm gonna be hanging out with Robin.
I'm waiting for them to add in the Mandalorian armor.
You want Mando armor?
Oh yeah, we need Mando armor.
You want Star Wars reference armor?
Oh yeah, because they have a jetpack in there.
Hmm.
It's not really a jetpack.
Just be happy
Already
you're not
looks like-
playing the Battlefront Classic Collection.
Huh.
Because apparently that went really poorly.
Yeah, I'm really happy I didn't pre-order that or buy that first day. Like seriously, I
It's literally just the base game, but repackaged and made worse somehow. That's impressively bad.
Yeah.
Very sad.
I guess on the online, they only have 3 servers, something like that, and so it's like everything's super bogged.
So 10,000 people, 200 people's worth of servers. There seems to be an issue with that. Just a maybe a bit.
And so it's that the only complaints I've seen is the servers and also how ridiculously big the game is, like hard drive space.
I've also heard there's a lot of like technical issues.
Didn't like the original Battlefront have a lot of technical issues? I feel like I had a lot of technical issues in the original Battlefront.
But it should have been fixed for $35 products for a game that you can literally give for.
That's true. For
$2.
$35, like what, 25 years after the fact, that should be fixed. You're right.
Southwest corner, right outside.
Hey Justin,
Hey Corey.
can you parsec into my computer and click your name so I can see what you're doing? We all have oily hands, so I can't touch the mouse.
All right, Mr. Oil Fingers. But that implies that you had it on in the first place.
Oh, do I not have parsec going on right now? Balls. You watch your hands?
So time to do a
Oh.
click with your elbow.
Oh. I guess
Second
Jason here wash his hands, so if you can put your mouse to the right. 'Cause I don't have it. So there you go. And click Justin.
Oh, I already have this
Nope,
one.
nope. On the top left where it says live. Hit the word live right next. Down. Right. Down. Down. There you go. And hit watch stream. Watch stream. Your dog thinks I'm trying to feed him. There we go. Oh, he's playing Breath of the Wild. I mean, not Breath. Link to the Past. No, not Link to the Past. Gosh, Ocarina of Time. So then, go ahead and take the Discord. Don't. Oh, and then I was gonna say slide it to the main screen. So first, make it small again. Then you drag it. Other way. Nope, to the left. There you go. Double click. Thank you. It's like food in the show. You're pretty far along, Jack.
This is because this is a randomizer.
It's a randomizer.
Yeah, I pulled out the save that I had a while ago and was like, yeah, I'll continue it. Northwest. On range.
I was expecting the bullet heaven of the the dwarf game you're gonna be playing.
I mean, that's fair. Let's see. Northwest of Longline.
Are your
Ranch,
hands clean?
which is right here.
Ethan? I
Lone Tree.
I mean, I was going to ask you.
Ethan.
I was going to ask you if you don't mind calling Logan, see if he's coming back. So
I can call Logan.
okay.
I have him on Discord.
I just need to see if I'm giving a ride home
it's
when I'm
bomb
giving you a
shoes.
ride home.
All right, that's that check. Got everything in higher field.
So even like treasures like that are randomized?
Yeah, it depends on how you have it set up, but yeah, those can be randomized too.
I'm full. That's really good. I'm full. I'm gonna clean this oil though. You don't want to take it? You're done. You're done. You're done. Take home bread
Yeah, that's...
this time.
See, I do have all of those already. I can go up there and do those.
You think it's like
Stratagem.
you think it's stratagems now?
Respawn.
I just imagine a meme practicing for stratagems. I've been practicing for stratagems since I was a kid.
I mean, ain't completely wrong. That's pretty much what doing the songs in Ocarina of Time kind of are. Let's see. I have one I need to check in like Hylia, but I don't know how to get that one yet. Let's go do some basic stuff.
I just can't wait for that arcade game to be heavily like patriotism.
Oh yeah.
Man, this is like unlocking memories.
I would have to assume so.
It's crazy like how much they communicate, the grimness of it, because they don't have the camera following you. It's just top down. Like usually the camera just follows you, but then in that mode, like the camera just does not follow you.
How do I do this? Let's see, you do that. Yeah, I never.
What are you trying to do?
Something that I've seen online a long time ago.
Speedrun life. Oh, definitely some sort of speedrun stick.
So the thing is, if you roll and pick up the bomb as it explodes, and then you can slide places real quick.
Hmm.
Which is like one of the most common things because, well, running like this is pretty slow, and if the randomizer doesn't have Bunny Hood Wild Dole or whatever to make you go fast,
Mm-hmm.
or because there's a lot of backtracking because random. I need to figure out Epona's song. I think that's actually why I was a kid, was because I needed to check that, but
You know, he's a regular at this time. I have a guy named Lobo Tomzer who literally yesterday and today comes in, just says one thing: "Let me oil you up." On chat on Twitch chat.
fun,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. I think you want to talk philosophy. I can't tell.
Piece of heart, recovery heart. I even have fire arrows.
I mean, we were talking about Jesus. We're right now eating bread because we just got done taking communion together. So eating bread, drinking juice, and watching my friend who
Be absolutely terrible.
doesn't clean to Jesus. He's playing a randomizer. Like while we're taking communion. Zelda randomizer. And so just being entertained right now. With
Being entertained by someone that doesn't know what he's doing.
by Bunny McGee. And it's just like, oh, like child brain thinking, wow, these graphics are amazing. And now I'm looking like, oh man, those textures.
Hold on, I'll make it more authentic.
Do it.
2-point filter is correct. Graphics. Not mine.
Man, Nintendo 64 emulators have like leveled up since, 15 years ago.
Imagine well, this isn't even an emulator to begin with, so
Oh.
there you go.
Oh,
yeah.
is this the PC?
Yeah, like the decompilation people did. That's why it's such high frame rate.
Yeah.
Actually, let me fix that too.
Huh. You want to go the classic, like... Was the original, like what, 26 frames?
20.
20 frames, man.
Don't worry, this actually looks worse than actual
Mm-hmm.
the actual game normally because of the CRT filtering and how.
Yeah.
So CRT and like quote unquote pixels aren't actually pixels; they're more dots. So
Mhm.
there isn't a blocky thing to begin with.
Yeah.
They're single points, so they blend correctly, and that's why like Chrono Trigger and stuff looks so much better on a CRT than even an emulator in a lot of cases.
Mm. I was like looking it up. There's like a Kickstarter to bring back CRT, but they can only do LCD screens that looked and act like CRT. They can't, like, at this very moment until a company actually starts making. So was it phosphate tubes? I think CRT's from. Until like a company.
Cathode ray tubes.
Yeah, cathode ray tubes. Thank you. Until an actual company actually like starts making those again for screens, like CRT is just. I feel like they could be a niche though. If someone has some like that'd be like a really strong niche.
A lot of the niches CRT used to primarily have properly got kind of covered up by OLEDs in regards to very good color accuracy and good HDR performance and good display refresh.
That makes sense. So OLED is kind of, it covers a lot of the faults of LCD.
Or it covers a lot of the advantages CRT had outside of, the very specific retro purposes CRT does.
That makes sense. All right. I'll be back. I want to take Ethan home. You can see he express tiredness.
All right. I'm going to be playing this and getting lost.
I'm
because I don't
surprised
have
he's too
fun.
tired for democracy. Yeah, dude, take it. Take it home. Yeah.
Maybe he was just hungry
Dude,
also.
you can take it home. Share with your family. I have more than enough bread. I also have the word Lord. Man does not live on bread alone. See ya, bread man. Hey, take this with you too. Are you cool? All right. So people are entertained when I'm gone. I'm just going to leave this watching stream of you playing Ocarina of Time. Okay, Justin?
You probably shouldn't do that because Nintendo will probably go after you
Oh yeah, Nintendo.
if you're streaming it.
Nintendo's salty about everything.
I mean, people randomize stream Ocarina of Time all the time.
Yes, but there are people that probably have done it for a very long time to begin with and figured out the odds and ends of requirements for it. Also, I have no idea what I'm doing anyways.
All right. Oh, it's something. If that's okay.
I mean, I'm fine with it. Will have no idea if anyone's saying anything to begin
All right.
with.
Cool beans. All right. I'll be back, Justin. Love you, man.
Yeah. Like, holy, what can I even do, honestly? Let's see. Yeah, I guess I should probably do... Yeah, I think I can check Water Temple. I don't think I've done that yet. Okay, yeah, I do need to be child.
Are you guys almost here? All right.
Greg. second floor it said. Whoop. Ow. Oh, there's the door. Covers that. I've done all Forest Temple. Done Water Temple after all. From the well. I think I've avoided Jabu Jabu. Done you, I've done you. Haven't done you actually. I have silver gauntlets, I have those. Can't assume. I guess I do have. Oh, I have done the Goron City stuff. Well, that's disappointing. Okay, yeah, I thought so. That was a bad idea. That's hook shot. That's also hook shot. Okay, yeah. Wrong one. Here we go. Do I do this one? Okay, so you're supposed to do dense fire arrows. Okay, you can do it when you're adult. Didn't know that. I need to pull out the old N64 someday.
All right, if there's anyone still around, calling it. Good night.